Hey everyone, welcome to the Literary Lounge. I'm Paige.
And I'm Emily.
And today we are having a novella episode. So it's just going to be a short and sweet episode. And we're going to kind of talk about It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. We're not going to give any spoilers. So if you're just wondering if maybe this is a book that you should read or if you have read it, you can tune in. Our drink today is Emily's having like a screwdriver over there. And we're using Prairie Vodka. It's a local distillery, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, they're based out of Princeton, Minnesota.
Okay.
It's like an organic vodka. Big fan of it. They're committed to like sustainability practices and stuff too. So
Nice.
they're just doing all kinds of things. And so we definitely want to give them a shout out. So
Yeah. Have you ever been to their distillery? Is it like an open place you can go, or is it
I
just...
actually don't know if you
Okay.
can like physically go there or if they're just like distilling. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah, I don't know, but we
Nice.
should find out.
How is it?
Kind of fun. It's good. Yeah.
Nice.
It's usually like one of my go-to, like between that or like Tito's, Grey Goose if I'm feeling fancy. Like it's a go-to that I regularly will mix into cocktails. So yeah, just wanted to do a screwdriver because we're recording in the morning. And so
Yeah.
like a dirty martini or anything like that was not going to fly this early in the day. So
Yeah. So if you've been listening for a while, you do know like during our novella episodes, we always try to promote local. So that's why we are using the Prairie Vodka, or
Yeah.
Emily is using the Prairie Vodka. I just have a coffee over here.
Yeah.
So question of the week, what is your favorite social media app?
I would say Instagram. It's by far the one I spend the most time on. I don't know. I need to like be better about not just mindlessly scrolling on there, but I could go down a rabbit hole and look at pictures, watch stories like all day long. What about you?
I unfortunately would have to say TikTok. I refused to download TikTok for like the longest time, and then I finally did it, and now it's so addicting. I mindlessly scroll through that, and I could do it for hours.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad. So yeah, I definitely need to start working on that and spending a little less time on TikTok. But like I learned so many life hacks on TikTok. Like
You do.
it's
You're always like, well,
nice.
TikTok did this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, crap.
I probably sound so stupid, and I'm like, I learned this from TikTok. Like it sounds so like naive, but
Who
like
cares though? Like if it is like
it's
sound
valuable
information,
information.
yeah. Did you make a thread account, Threads?
No, but I heard like you can't delete it once you make it. That's why I haven't made one.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you like try to delete it, it deletes your Instagram too.
That's how they get you.
Unless they fixed it.
I don't know. I did make one and I've been like throwing stuff out there, doesn't get any likes. Like it's honestly like a dead sea there right now because when it first like started, everybody like was frantically downloading it, posting all these like random thoughts that you're like, that's so dumb. Like I feel like you're just trying to like post something.
What is it like? Is
It's
it
like
Twitter?
Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It felt just like really forced and I was part of the problem too. Like I was just like literally putting like random thoughts out there that obviously nobody cared about. But now it's kind of like empty. Like it just seems like some people kind of have fallen off the wagon.
I'm like low-key a little annoyed with you right now.
You are?
I begged you for so long to download TikTok, and then the Threads app just came out and you download it right away.
Well, so here's the thing is I learned my lesson with TikTok where like I was so adamant about not making a TikTok because I was like, I'm too old for this, when in reality, I'm not.
Yeah, it's like our age.
And now that we have like our TikTok for Literary Lounge, like I don't have like my own account. I just go on there and like watch book talk like all day long. And so then when Threads came out, I was like, I'm not going to make this mistake again. Like I'm going to get on board. And also why I bring that up too is I'm like, should we make a Literally Lounge Thread account? But now that it's kind of, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm like, is it worth it? So
yeah, I haven't like seen too much on it, I guess. So I guess I wouldn't really know, but
yeah, the one weird thing that happened to me when I created my Threads account is that I started getting all these like Instagram notifications and they're from Instagram. Like I was getting Threads notifications, Instagram notifications. So it's not like they were all using like the Instagram icon, but they would say so-and-so accepted your follow request. And it was probably like 100 people and it was like people I already followed. So I'm trying to figure out why that happened. Like in the process of creating threads, did like Instagram have a glitch and like refollow everybody who was already following, which was making me
Weird.
nervous because I just don't want people like friends and family and stuff to think that I like had unfollowed them at one point and like refollowed them.
Yeah, that's weird.
So anyway, if you're listening to this and I just like recently refollowed you, that is why.
She actually did unfollow you. Just kidding.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my grievances, but
All right, well, should we get started?
yeah, I do want to make a quick disclaimer that if you haven't read It Ends With Us, that we technically will be spoiling that because this is a sequel. So we're going to talk about where that left off. Just a heads up.
Nice addition. Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so summary on this book. It's basically a continuation of our main character, Lily Bloom. So she is going through, I can't quite remember if it's actually, I think they're in the process of divorce. Her and Ryla, they're separated. They're living separately. They're co-parenting, but she's spending majority of the time with their baby, just because obviously we know how he can be. And she's giving him like kind of conditional visitation time with him. Or with Emerson, their baby. And then I don't want to spoil anything, but she kind of like has some run-ins with Atlas, and they kind of throughout the book go through this journey of like where they want their relationship to go. Like, does it make sense with kind of where they're both at in their lives? Like, it's literally just like all about those two kind of coming to terms with like their past and then like present. That's really like all I would say about that without giving anything away. The one other thing that's kind of different about this one versus It Ends With Us is we get Atlas's point of view quite a bit.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
Okay, so I was
into it.
I was not a fan. I just the way that he was like explaining things and the tone and just like the way that it was written, it just felt like really cheesy and unrealistic. It bothered me like the entire time.
I agree with that too. I thought like it was okay at sometimes. Like I think she was just trying to show off like his personality, but I feel like that personality didn't align with the Atlas that we like knew and It Ends With Us.
Yeah.
Like it was just completely different for me.
I know he wasn't like, I looked at him differently.
Yeah, definitely. Thoughts through this book definitely have changed about Ryle compared to the first book.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of shows his more like immature side. I mean, we saw a little bit of that in It Ends With Us, but definitely more in this one.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's definitely like a very different person as well. Like he's just really not trying to hide anything at this point about his I don't know, PTSD or whatever he has emotionally. So, what did you review this book?
I gave it a 3-star on Goodreads. At least that's from what I remember. It might have been a 2.5. Again, like I think it was like satisfying enough to like get that closure with this book.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't great. Like it wasn't like exciting to read. I think it was just like satisfying enough to read to like I said, to get the closure with the characters. But it was pretty boring, I thought.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What about you? What did you rate it?
I gave it a 2. I wasn't a fan of the book like you. I was bored. Where the characters are currently at in their own journeys, I just felt like they all were kind of falling off the wagon. Like just they weren't who they were to me in the first book. I was just quite honestly like annoyed with some of the storyline stuff. It was a spicy book. So we had that going for us. I think I would have been fine maybe not reading it.
I think she like rushed it too much. Like because there was such a high demand to get Lily and Atlas back that like I think that she just wrote it too soon. Like, I feel like she should have spent more time on it to
Mhm.
like give some substance to the story, I
Right.
guess. But I feel like she just wrote it because the fans wanted it
Oh,
and
yeah.
not because like she wanted to actually continue Lily and Atlas's story,
Mhm.
I guess.
Totally.
That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I remember, so we read It Ends With Us for our book club, and then like a year or two later, we heard that It Starts With Us was coming out. We were all like flipping out. We were so excited.
Yeah.
So like it was definitely the book that we all asked for, but probably didn't need.
Yeah, exactly. And from like the overall um reviews that I've been like seeing about this book, a lot of people have not liked it. It just hasn't lived up to the expectations that we thought we were going to get.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you really loved It Ends With Us, I would say read it just to kind of get it out of the way.
Mhm.
But you're most likely not going to enjoy it. Like, it's probably going to satisfy you enough to like get the closure, but it's
Yeah.
not that exciting of a story.
So is there like a specific target audience or person that you would recommend this book to?
I mean, really just anyone who likes romance, I guess, and the diehard It Ends With Us fans.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I wouldn't like go out and recommend this book and like to anyone. Like
Yeah.
it would have to be someone who obviously has read It Ends With Us and who like loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you? Is there anyone?
Yeah, I think just like diehard Colleen Hoover fans. Like if you like ride or die Colleen Hoover.
Well, I love Colleen Hoover, but I did not like this book. So
Yeah, that's true. But like that's the type of person that I
yeah.
could see reading this. That is the people that read that book. But I wouldn't particularly say that it's a great book. It's really not. But if you're curious, by all means, it's just not going to be like a favorite, my opinion.
I'm curious if she's gonna make a movie about it.
That would be lame.
I think so too, but maybe in this case, because usually I feel like movies that are based off books are not as good as books. Like they don't really live up to them.
Yeah,
But this has potential to be better than the book. So
that's true.
you never know.
Did you tell me the other day that they paused their filming for the first one?
Yeah, because there's sorry if you can hear my dogs barking in the background. There is a writer's strike and I think an actor's strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they like have it paused right now. I don't
Okay.
know if it's like at least they did. I don't know if it's back up or not yet. But like there's like a pause on like pretty much like all like TV shows and movies and everything. So
Yeah,
who knows how long that's gonna go on.
I know. Is it like affecting everything or is it just certain shows and movies that are affected? Do you know?
From my understanding, I think it's pretty much everything, but I
Mhm.
could be wrong. I didn't look that deep into it.
Yeah.
But I know she did do an interview. I don't know if we talked about this on any of the shows. A recent interview. I know we talked about it separately. Where she's like Colleen Hoover's like kind of addressing the hate that It Ends With Us movie is like seen so far. Cause like a lot of people like you can just go search the internet like sneak peeks or like small like clips or behind the scenes of It Ends With Us and like the Lily's character, like her outfits are awful, like in my opinion.
Yeah.
But she kind of like addresses all the hate that it's been getting. She's like, don't worry, like you guys are gonna love it. And then she addresses like the age difference between the book and yeah. So if you want to watch that interview, I don't know who it's with, but go check it out.
Yeah, we talked about that like off the
Okay,
podcast.
yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was interesting how when she addressed like the age gap between the actors in the movie and like in the book, she had said something along the lines of, I wish I had written Lily older. And so sounds like she's going to be older in the movie, maybe in her 30s.
And I'm fine with that.
Late
Like
20s.
yeah, people have been getting so much hate about the age, but it's like whatever. Like
Yeah.
who cares? Like it's not like the substance of the story completely, like
Yeah. I do appreciate that she addressed that though, because that was definitely something I brought up like in one of our podcast episodes where I was like,
yeah.
that's a pretty big age difference for Blake Lively to play like a 23-year-old. So I think it makes sense a lot more now, like
Yeah.
how she's picking her cast, or I don't know if she's picking the cast. I'm sure she has a say in it, but yeah, I'm excited to see if they will have like young Lily and young Atlas, and
Yeah,
like who they're gonna be.
They casted young
Oh, they
Lily
did?
already. They actually, yeah, they did like, I don't know if it was like just on TikTok, but they like did like an open casting for like fans for it, and they like
Oh,
chose a
cute.
fan for young Lily.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
I don't know the name of her, but she does look like a young Blake Lively. Like she's really pretty, and she fits the cast, I thought. So
Awesome.
I
I'll have
don't
to
know
look that
about
up.
Atlas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have one. So
Mhm.
it's a big section of that book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. That's our typical novella episode, short, sweet, spoiler free. So, thank you for joining us on this quick hitter. Next week, we are going to be talking about Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. She's a Minnesota author, so we love to promote our local authors as well, and she's a big author too. So excited to talk about that one. If you're looking for us on social media, we are on Instagram and TikTok as The Literary Lounge MN. We're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching this, then you know. If you're listening to us, we also have a video version. So wherever you're tuning in, leave us a comment, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating if you loved this episode. So thanks again. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.